When you first open NVivo, you'll be brought to the welcome screen that has my recent projects on it, and also the ability to create a new project or open a project. I'm going to open one that's already been opened, and you just double click on it. This is your main NVivo screen. So up at the top here are things that are kind of like a file menu. New allows you to create anything that you want to create in NVivo. We'll talk about these later. These are your basic editing, cut, copy, paste, undo, save, print, etc. This is for how you view coding, and we'll talk about that later. This is how the data is displayed, and this is either putting the list of files above or to the left of what you're seeing. You can create some charts, you can do all sorts of other stuff. These right here are just like in Word. You can actually type and edit in a document, and so you can underline, change what it looks like, draw, etc., etc. These over here are for creating some memos and links. Because NVivo supports the ability to play and code video and audio files, you have controls for that here. And over here are ways to display different matrices of demographic data associated with what's going on. So you can actually kind of do a quasi statistical analysis on it to look and see if different categories are associated with different demographics. We won't do too much with that in this class. And then this is the coding bar, which we'll talk about at length. All the way over on the left are all the different groups of files and entities in NVivo that you could deal with. Sources are data sources. These are divided into internals, which are things that actually have the file embedded in NVivo. Externals that are links to external files, and memos, which are where you store your ongoing analysis. You'll spend most of your time working with internals and memos. You also can have folders that you search in, but again, this is helpful for larger projects, but if you keep things relatively contained, it will be fine just to worry about these two. Nodes. Nodes are basically little bins that you drop data into. It's equivalent to electronically highlighting things, and it divides them into free nodes, which are just without any relationship specified, and tree nodes, which have parents and children. So you have nodes that you can drop into a lower category from a higher category. Case nodes have to do with people or cases that you're looking at, and you can assign demographics to them, so you can actually code anything that any person says or any group says with case nodes. Relationships are nodes that talk about two or more free or tree nodes and how they have to do with one another. And matrices are groups of demographic sorting devices, and we'll talk about those later. Sets allows you to create just sets of different categories. So sets allows you to create sets of documents that go together. It allows you to create sets of nodes that go together. It might be all the nodes created that go with a specific case, for instance. Queries are when you search for things. Models, you can actually draw or write about models of how you think the different themes go together. Links are links within and outside of your document. Classifications are attributes or relationship types that you decide on. Attributes are just demographics. Relationship types are things that you define. Like you can say something is associated with something else. You can also create relationships that go one or another direction, or all sorts of other relationships. And folders is everything. When you click on sources and internals, you'll see I already have a document in here. I could create a new one by going up to New, Document in this folder, but I don't need to. This is one I already have in place, and if I double click on it, you'll see it brings up this text. These are from student blogs in a class that I'm looking at. And I can go ahead and start doing some coding with this. And so that'll be our next thing to work on.